we're in the scene where everybody's leaving the Alamo, and the soldier comes up and says, "I don't have any other family. Can I say goodbye to you?" And my mother's one line was, "Surely." And I threw up on him. So my grandfather said, "I spent more money dubbing your voice in and cleaning up vomit off the soldier. So you're out."
Our guest today on A Word on Westerns is Anita La Cava. She's John Wayne's granddaughter, his first granddaughter. She's got great memories and wonderful stories to tell us. Anita, would you join us, please? Thank you. How was that? As the oldest of the John Wayne grandchildren, you got to see him in his prime, I'm sure.
I did. I was lucky enough to be around him until he passed away when I was 21 years old, and it was wonderful. It was a great honor and privilege for me. He was like everybody's grandfather. You didn't want to disappoint him. Because he had a really deep voice, and if you did, you'd hear about it. And, you wanted to please him, and we got to do a lot of really great things, meet a lot of wonderful people. So that was special and not like every other kid in the neighborhood.
How many children did he have?
So he had 7 children, and my mother was his oldest daughter, Tony. And she was from his first marriage to Josephine. And I was the oldest of 8 children, and the oldest of 27 grandchildren. And now we have 24 great-grandchildren.
This sounds like big Christmas and Thanksgiving events.
Lots of big family events. He loved children. And you can ask anybody, did he love children? I mean, he'd play, if you wanted to play cards or chess, he would stop anything to do that. So it was great. And when he was off the set, he'd call and we'd hop on the boat and go to Catalina or to Mexico. And it was a lot of fun. I mean, we visited him on the set all the time.
What was the earliest film that you visited?
I was on the set of the Alamo.
And what were you, like a year old?
I was a year and a half old.
Okay.
And I like to say Dean Smith and I were in our first movie together. We were both in the Alimony. The Alimony.
Wait.
It was kind of the Alimony.
So how many times have you been married then?
Exactly. We were both in the Alamo, and that was his first film. That was my last film, because I was in and it was my mother's last film as well. We were in the scene where everybody's leaving the Alamo, and the soldier comes up and says, "I don't have any other family. Can I say goodbye to you?" And my mother's one line was, "Surely." And apparently they had to dub her voice in because her voice was so low. And I threw up on him. So my grandfather said, "I spent more money dubbing your voice in and cleaning up vomit off the soldier. So you're out."
You probably had Leslie Nielsen in there saying, "Don't call me Shirley."
Exactly.
So.
It sounded like Leslie Nielsen's voice.
Well, even though that was your only film appearance with your
Right.
grandfather, did you go on location to other films?
We were on The Undefeated, Hellfighters. We were up at the Cowboys. We did The Shootist.
Mm-hmm. Now, the mood on The Shootist, because your grandfather was not in good health.
No, he was not.
What was that like?
It was a little tense.
Why?
Well, he wasn't getting along with the director very well.
Don Siegel.
But, I'll say one thing. He's always professional. always professional. But he was not feeling well. His heart valve was not working, so he wasn't breathing real great. So he really had to get his scenes done. So there wasn't a lot of fooling around, and he couldn't have a lot of mess ups during that film. So
did you go on the backlot location, or did you go?
We were at the backlot. We weren't up in Gardnerville.
Because I heard that elevation was tough on him
worse.
too.
Yeah, but he went straight from that film to Mass General for that.
Well, it's a terrific
Val.
movie, though. It's wonderful, and
how poignant was that?
whatever his fights were with Don Siegel, I'm glad he won whatever he won, because it just works.
Well, it all worked out in the end,
Yeah,
didn't it? It was
yeah.
a great show, and it was. He loved working with Ron Howard and Lauren Bacall. I mean, it was a great cast. I mean, everybody in there. Jimmy Stewart, couldn't have asked for a better cast.
Well, after a day's shooting, and you're there with other family members,
Yeah.
Was it just a mob scene going different places together?
Just the family alone.
Yeah, that's what I
It was a
meant.
mob scene, but it was a good mob scene. I mean, he was happy. I mean, he was always happy to have his family around. So, and he was always happy to have his fans around too. I never saw him get mad if someone asked him for an autograph. Never.
Well, that's why he was such a
Yeah.
big star.
Well,
He just
he
so many
knew-
things.
He knew why he was there, how he got there. So he definitely appreciated his fans.
Well, I'm sure you've seen all of his movies, but is there any one that is a particular favorite?
I have three that I
Only
love.
three.
Only three.
Okay.
Well, there's three that I will always watch if they're on. The Quiet Man. Love The Quiet Man. Because I love Maureen. She is the female version of John Wayne. I love Victor McLaglen and I love that whole crew. And then The Searchers, because I think every time I see it, I see some other message,
Sure.
And then I love The Cowboys. Because I love all those young guys. I mean, to this day.
How about Bruce Stern? Do you like Bruce?
Yes, I feel sorry for him. The poor guy. I mean,
You should feel sorry for Laura Dern,
I
because
do.
she went to school and
Right.
everybody is.
and everybody was mad at her.
Yeah,
I mean, shoot.
I know.
Hate to live up to that. No, but those are my favorite. And, Clay O'Brien Cooper, he's still riding in rodeos and
Yeah.
winning.
He's like a 6 or 7 time world champion,
Oh,
isn't
yeah.
he?
He just won in the American $100,000.
Nice.
So, something to be said for those Cowboys.
Well, I know you're very, very involved with the John Wayne Cancer Institute or
Yes.
Foundation. How did that begin?
So when my grandfather found out that he had stomach cancer, and it was terminal, he volunteered to be a guinea pig, basically, at UCLA, and he loved those doctors, and those doctors loved him, and he volunteered to do a special clinical trial there. And he gathered all his children together and said, I want you to use my image and likeness when I pass away to find a cure for cancer. So when he passed away, my Uncle Michael started licensing some things to get money to start the John Wayne Cancer Institute. And under the guidance of Dr. Donald Morton, we began to do research. And we've first immunotherapy, then we discovered the sentinel node surgery technique, and we are now doing work with your gene makeup, and We've done for over 35 years worth of research, and we're still continuing through. We're working at St. John's Hospital in Santa Monica.
Now, what can people do to support this?
Well, if you go on www.jwcf.org, there are many different ways that you can help us. We're starting a campaign on his birthday on the 26th. Hashtag show your grit. Put your hat on, take a picture, post it on your social media. We get $1. We have some sponsors. For every person that hashtags show your grit, we get $1.
Let's all do that.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. We're here to honor John Wayne, especially the John Wayne Cancer Foundation and the work that it's been doing. There's a special awareness campaign called Show Your Grit, Wear Your Cowboy Hat. So that's what we've all done here today, isn't it? Yeah! All right.
Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam and the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word and the skies are not cloudy all day. Discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. How often at night, when the heavens are bright, with the light from the glittering stars, have I stood there amazed and asked as I gazed if the glory exceeds that of ours. Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day.
So we're hoping, that's an easy way for you to help us out. So we're hoping that we'll get a lot of response for that.
Well, it's terrific, and it's known all over the world, too, I think.
It is. Our surgeons, we also train surgical oncologists. So our surgical oncologists are all over the world. Mm-hmm. So that's what we've been doing for the past 35 years.
Seems like only yesterday.
I know it does. It really does.
Yeah.
It does.
Well, Anita, thank you for being here today.
Thank you. Thanks. I'm glad to be here.
It's great. It's wonderful. We love you as grandfather.